Chad, you got the toque on.
Yeah, I'm chilly. I got a bug.
Uh-oh.
Again, when you have
This
kids,
is
you're
the
sick
beginning of
all the
the.
time.
This is the. I have kids. I'm not sick all the time. It's just you because you're weak.
It must
And
be
this is the
weak.
start of the podcast. I'm just joking. I think the kids do bring sickness home, but yeah, mine are 15, so they only stay in their room. They don't speak to me unless they need a ride.
Plus, when you're on a
You guys
PK
enjoying?
75 hard diet, your immune system is much more strengthened.
That's truth. Yeah. You guys enjoying my X Power glasses?
I like them.
Yeah,
I do like
I
your
know.
X Power glasses.
I feel like X Power glasses, uh, you know, could be a legitimate sponsor of this podcast.
Really?
I feel like we have a real shot with. Now let's make sure I'm actually using the right name. I'm gonna. Oh, X Power Eyewear. So
With
I
one
feel
X
like
or two X?
a single X,
Single X.
X underscore eyewear, X underscore shit. Fuck. This isn't going great as a sponsor. So it's X underscore power underscore eyewear, which leads me to believe that there's another account called X Power Eyewear without the underscores because no one would put those in unless they absolutely had to.
That's true.
I think. Yeah, so they sent me these. Here's an interesting fact about X Power Eyewear. They sent me these glasses, asked me to wear them and try them out, which I have been wearing them and trying them out, and I do actually enjoy them. And then only today, after a week of having the X Power, did they actually follow my account and have any idea what I was posting about their fucking glasses. Which seems totally bizarre to me that you wouldn't want to know, like, what the fuck I'm saying about your glasses. You know, so
I could have used X Power today. Driving home with this fucking daylight savings, with the sun right in your eyes.
Yeah.
It's awful. Like,
bro, these glasses are honestly amazing. And they're safety rated glasses.
I saw that actually. Yeah.
Yeah, they're safety glasses and they're stylish and functional. Today, I was picking up a machine from one of our clients, and the foreman on site, I've met him many times. I've done many projects with him. And I was chaining the machine down, and he came over and he said, "Who are you with? Who are you?" And I said, "What are you talking about, Peter?" He's like, "Who are you with? Who are you?" And I was like, "I'm Mike from Paver King." And he was like, "Oh, fuck, I didn't even recognize you." And I just, that's when I realized the power of the X. Guy didn't even fucking recognize me with these glasses on. I could rob a bank, take the glasses off, and people would be like, "Oh, we don't know who the fuck did that." Because of the power of the X.
That's the Superman costume you got on there.
Yeah.
Put on glasses and nobody knows who you are.
I gotta give these guys credit. At least they sent the yellow ones.
Yeah.
So they knew that. But they never followed my account till today. And then they're probably like, "Shit, this guy was swearing and fucking." Anyway,
I think it's okay for a glasses company if you swear in your repping of a sunglasses company. That's okay. How proper do you want your sunglass company to be?
I don't know. I never thought about that. That's true, though.
I think it's okay.
You
I think
definitely swear
to be
by their
extreme,
quality.
yeah.
You swear by. I fucking swear by the quality of these glasses. I trust these glasses so much. I'm tempted to take something in the eye. I'm gonna be like that guy who's like, the guy who used to run and throw himself against the glass to prove that it was 10 times stronger than an actual wall, and then he hit the same pane so many times he flew out the window of the 10th floor of the building and died. It could be an urban rumor or it could be true. I'm gonna be that guy. I'm gonna literally try to stab myself in the eye with a knife till these glasses give out and I actually stab myself in the eye.
I don't want to be there to see it.
I think we should have a throw things at Mike Eye event at the meetup at Congress.
Be careful what you wish for.
Yeah, you're inviting a lot as you're walking down those aisles.
Well, are you even coming to the meetup, Mike? Or are you still too good for it this week?
Too good for it. What's the official word on this meetup? Are we arranging this on our episode right now, or is this something that we need to discuss after hours?
I think we have to pick at it every week for the next 6 weeks until we finally hammer something down.
I'm gonna be honest, this is like 8 weeks away from me, and I have like problems that are imminent tomorrow that I'm not dealing with right now because I'm on the podcast. Like there's things that are grossly affecting my business tomorrow that I should be dealing with, and I was like, yeah, fuck that. Procrastination, baby. So a meetup that has no effect on my life at all, 8 weeks from now. I just like talking about it because you were so against it, Mike.
Not so against it.
You were against it. Totally. It's on record. Like it's literally recorded. You being against the meetup is on like actually maybe we talked about it after you shut the mic off. So maybe I'm fucked on that, but I'm not sure.
I don't know. I think our 310 listeners have heard you say you don't want to be there for a meetup.
Well, we have new listeners since that probably haven't listened to that episode that have no idea. So
I think everyone goes back and listens to every episode because we're just that amazing.
I think we're getting better.
Week by week, bit by bit.
What leads you to believe that?
Just the caliber of people that comment on our posts and stuff like that. Like there's some heavy hitters out there that are starting to listen to Not Our Finest Hour. Thankfully.
I blame Caleb.
I would agree.
As soon as he's done his kid contractor podcast room that he's building, I don't know about you guys, but I'm crashing it.
Yeah, let's go.
Like,
Do you think
I'm just gonna.
us?
I don't know. Maybe we're not for everybody.
We're not for everybody.
To quote him, we are not for everyone. So Caleb may or may not. I feel like Andy would put us on a live with him.
You think he would?
Well, he's had guests before.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't think he's ever had 3, but he's had guests. I mean, you know, Andy, soft-spoken, well-mannered. He totally would want to have us on this.
But he's only got 2 headsets, so we'd all have to share one. We'd all be having one huge earmuff on each and then just be sharing a mic.
I would do that just to be on a podcast with Andy.
Yeah. Or
with Caleb. I feel like they're, doing it to like actually help people. What did you want to talk about? The rate at which Caleb?
Caleb posted a story today about how they track everything, right? They track the productivity for sod and topsoil and all this stuff, building patios. I saw his rate for his laborer installing sod today.
How closely did you look at his story for this?
I watched it one time. So
did you pause it?
No, I could be completely wrong.
All right.
But I'm fairly certain.
I don't want to get sued because
I don't think Caleb would sue us. That I don't know.
Well, he's in the U.S. That seems like a big hassle. So.
Yeah.
Anyways, what was the labor rate for the sod?
Anyway, and not the laborer's rate, but his production rate was 200 square feet of sod in an hour for a laborer, which I don't know how far he's carrying this sod, but that seems really low for my guys, at least.
It's 20 rolls.
That's 20 rolls of sod in an hour. If I saw my guys laying 20 rolls of sod in an hour, that would be their last day on the job.
Okay, but here's the thing. You have to take into account that the kind of sod he does is mostly sodding around patios and patching, and most of the sod you do is bulk field laying.
Yeah, that's true. That's really true.
I'm not sticking up for him unless he mentions me particularly on his podcast again, not you guys. Then I'm definitely sticking up for Caleb and his sodding rate. But
I'm not saying it's wrong by any means. He knows his numbers better than me, better than anybody, right?
So they're installing a roll every 3 minutes.
1 roll of sod. I mean, does this take into account the topsoil as well? I don't know all these things, right? Like it could, like.
I think his rate is going to be lower than yours though, because he doesn't have like he's like you're doing a lot of bulk field work.
Yeah.
It's like we did I don't know, this was a long time ago, so these numbers are completely meaningless. No one use these numbers to bid a job. Please. It's complete. But we did a job a lot. This is like 8 years ago. We did 90,000 square feet of pavers. And we supplied the pavers and the HPB. And we did and the sand. So we did final grade, lay the pavers, and we did the sanding. And we used crazy sick aluminum edging that spikes went in on a weird. No, I'm just joking. We fucking didn't think we used any edging. I don't think it all ended up in surface. And we did it for $12 a square foot.
Yeah.
And at the time, people were like I was talking to like my friends and stuff about the job, and they're like fucking freaking out about your rate is so fucking low. You're gonna go broke. You're not making any money. Blah 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 blah. And I was like, I don't know, man. Like this, we're laying 35 bundles of pavers a day.
Yeah.
On a good day, we laid 57 bundles of pavers with 8 guys.
Yeah.
So, in the economy of scale, you can go dick around for $40 a square foot on your 300 square foot patio.
Yeah.
And I think that's awesome for you, as it takes you a week to do your intricate cuts. But we're laying 50 bundles of pavers a fucking day on this job. Tractor trailer loads of pavers every day going down.
Yeah. I get that. Like we did the same thing with our Barhaven job, right? We this 18,000 square foot paver job. And if I told some people the rate that we charge for that, they would have a shit. They would roll over. They'd be like, "You're ridiculous. That's insane. You should be charging 4 times that much." And like, it's volume. Just getting down the volume, you're still making money. It's not finesse work. I mean, it's still good. There's no puddles. Don't get me wrong. Like it's still installed properly, but you're just putting down so much stuff that you can't make $40 a square foot doing it.
Never get a fucking job.
Yeah, you never win the job. And that's commercial contracting across the board, I think. So you're right. Whenever I say Caleb's sodding rate of 200 square feet in a man hour is crazy, it's crazy for me to make money, but you're absolutely right. He makes his numbers work for him, right?
Well, you're that rate. There's no way that labor rate wins you a job commercially.
Right.
Yeah. But a lot of people don't understand that whenever they're doing all these LMN calculations and shit like that, that's almost fucking meaningless when it comes to bidding commercial work at a unit rate, unless you have a whole other set of numbers that can convert the two, right? Back and forth.
Yeah.
So
I
that's
know
why
you're saying it that unit rate is based on but even in a residential job, I have a vastly different unit rate for 100 square foot. Like we did 100 square foot patio in a backyard this year. I think I charged 75. Like I don't charge by the square foot, but I always do the math afterwards and divide it just to see if I fucking miss something. Because if I divide it afterwards and it's like 1850, I'm like, okay, I fucked the pooch somewhere in this estimate while I was tired and doing it when I shouldn't have after procrastinating it for 3 weeks. But when I divided it out, it was like $75 a square foot. But I'm like, okay, well, there's 100 square feet, but I still have to fix all the sod up the side of the fucking house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it all gets absorbed into this. But if it was 3,000 square feet in the backyard, it probably would have been half the price because a lot of the setup and the destruction of the side of the house and all that shit would be in a different spot, right? Like it would get, that number would get smaller per square foot.
So then, Chad, and I guess Mike too, with your unit rates, do you have like a certain threshold of square feet you get to where that drops, say like the square foot amount per dollar amount? You know what I mean? Where like you get to X amount of square feet, so then you'll be charging this much less per square feet because of the volume that it's at now?
Go ahead, Mike.
Even on a big job, it depends what like that big job we did. I bid it as it's a 5-size paver. I don't know if they still make it. Teramo. It's 5 sizes, and I bid it as a 5-size random running bond because you could pound it down fast, right?
Yeah.
In a random running bond. And the day we started to lay it, the owner said, "I want it to be random." And so I said, "Okay, well then it's $1 a square foot more."
Random, like modular.
Yeah, modular ashlar pattern, whatever you want to say, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
So I said it's $1 a square foot more.
Yeah, that makes sense. Then
And
you're
he
watching
said,
your lines 2 ways instead of 1 way.
yeah, and it just takes forever.
Yeah.
Like especially 5 sizes, and it's it's so much faster to lay a pattern than it is to lay like a ashlar thing. Like it's. Anyways, that was like an example. Like it depended. I did one for someone once. It was like a commercial job, and it was Brussels with crazy intricate cut in series borders and big circles and stuff. Like the install rate was way higher because the job, like wasn't. If you're doing like a herringbone or a running bond with a 4x8, like you can fucking pound that down. So you got to look at every job separately and see like
check those specs.
Yeah, check the specs and see what like someone who's insistent that it gets laid on fucking sand, which sucks.
Yeah, that too. That whole 18,000 square feet we had to do on sand, as opposed to chip. And we just couldn't get the architect to sign off on chip. He's like, "Well, no, my book says you got to do it this way and this way." Fuck your book.
Fuck you, architect, and your fucking book.
Those fucking books, man. I'll get you with those books.
I'll tell you what, we should have a book burning at our meetup.
Right in the hotel.
We should burn old spec drawings from shitty architects in the parking lot in a barrel.
I got a stack of them somewhere.
It'll be January.
Yeah.
That might attract people. A live bonfire. What if we advertised that Mike was bringing marshmallows? Would that bring people?
Where does that come from?
Well, you seem like the nicest of the three of us. I'm going to be honest.
I'm the guy who brings marshmallows.
You seem like the kind of guy that would bring the marshmallows and be like, "Hey, let's have a bonfire, man."
Who's the type of guy that that starts the fire then? What are the three of us?
Well, obviously, I'll start the fire.
I was going to say.
I'll stand in the background and encourage him to start the fire.
Mike eggs on. Mike pokes the bear a little bit
more. And then if the fire is a success, I'll jump in front of him and take credit for the fire. And if the fire goes sideways, I'll be like, I had fuck all to do with that. Like
oh man.
I don't know if you guys this week, Caleb made a video about tucking a pencil in his hat.
Yeah, I saw
that. Which is a clear reference to when I was mad at the guy.
Which means he's listened to more than one of our podcasts. Right?
That's true.
Which is awesome.
Some people did actually give me some topics on Instagram.
Nice.
I'm really.
I gotta get out of this room. My dog's going haywire.
Can you get the dog to leave?
You try and get 2 80-pound bull terriers to leave the room.
Do we get a tour of your house, Chad?
What's that?
Do we get a tour of your house?
If you want it. My wife put up the Christmas tree the other day.
Oh, nice.
For a timestamp, it's November. What's November? What 7th?
Yeah, 8th.
Yeah. So,
we were looking for the. Okay, I'm so blind. How much do some tube? How much doing sonotubes sucks while you're doing the patio? Yeah, that fucking sucks, bro.
That does suck.
At Cole Nicholson. Fuck sonotubes, Cole Nicholson. And the horse they rode in on.
I'll agree with that.
I don't just say fuck sonotubes. I say fuck the knockoff sonotubes as well. You know, the brands that are pretending to be sonotubes. The other thing that sucks with sonotubes is the ones that they pay extra. They've been waxed and they're waterproof. That's fucking bullshit. Don't pay the extra. They just fall apart
Pay
exactly.
the extra.
They fucking fall apart the same as the other ones.
Yeah, that's true.
Here's Ryan Bostock. The popularity of porcelain slabs. I don't think they're popular, so I can't speak to that.
I've never installed them.
Me neither.
Is that like the thin, like the 20 mil stuff that you put on the pedestals?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, never use it.
I feel like people want me, like, there's a bunch of people who really want me to like it. They're just really into it. Like, I'm not at all. I don't care about it. It seems inconvenient, and I know it's super hard to. I guess I did do it once. It's really hard to cut it.
I heard, yeah.
I don't think I think that's from when I was the Permacon rep. I used to say to people, if you buy that, design it square because it doesn't fucking cut well. So I don't think I actually cut it. I just think someone told me it was hard to cut. The popularity of it, though, how popular on a scale of 1 to 10, how popular do you think it is?
When I was working at a supplier, we never sold it, but that was like around the time that it was starting to come out. I know Scheller Outdoor Living, he's done a couple of really beautiful jobs with it. It looks incredible. But he used to be a sales rep for a porcelain.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he's one of these guys that just wants people to use. What do you think? How many paver installs do you think go down to every porcelain tile install, Chad?
I think tile must be like 2%.
2%?
2% of all paver jobs.
Okay.
I wouldn't sell one, but that's just me.
I don't know enough. It makes me, if someone wanted to wet lay it on a porch, I would sell it because I understand that it's just like doing ceramic tile.
Yeah.
But this whole like putting it on pedestals and it all kind of creeps me out.
Yeah.
I don't, and I always get worried about it being slippery. I'm not saying it is slippery. I don't know. It just seems like it could be.
Yeah, if I installed it, it would be on a synthetic base of a manufacturer that I won't say, but with the pedestals that they sell for
You're talking
that.
About Easy Base from Technoseal? Yeah.
Since we're saying it, I would say Gator Base preferred.
You're talking about Easy Base from Technoseal. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, I know who you're talking about, Mike. We all knew. We all knew you were referring to Easy Base from Technoseal. There goes 2 sponsorships out the fucking window. Okay, clients bugging you to start and then not replying for 2 fucking weeks. Fluidscape Landscaping.
Who didn't respond for 2 weeks? The client didn't respond for 2 weeks?
I guess they were bugging him to start, and then he said he was going to start, and now they haven't replied for 2 weeks. That's kind of shitty.
You're going to be at their house, so wouldn't you just knock on their door? Be like, hey, we're here to start.
I guess you didn't want to start without confirming?
Yeah, I don't blame them. That's right.
I don't blame them either.
That's a smart thing to do.
Fucking weird right now.
They are weird.
It's a weird mix this fall. Like, people are crazy busy, and now like half the guys I know are like, I don't have any work.
Oh, really?
I think they just took their foot off the gas. You know,
it was easy to take your foot off the gas.
Yeah,
3 months ago, and then all of a sudden end up with nothing right now.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I didn't plan the end of the season well. A couple things went sideways on me that I thought would be okay, and now they're not. This week I made a reference to saying, I guess it's time for me to put on my big boy pants and go solve the fucking problems. And then realized I'm probably not capable of it, but I have to because there's no one else. Last thing, Hardscape Ottawa just talked tons of shit about everybody the entire show.
Well,
I want to talk about your thing in the chat group. In our chat group, you put this thing in here, and it said, we could talk about how Pave Tool has tried to make Mecha Lick a thing for years. I don't even fucking know what that is.
That says it all. You've never heard of Metallic?
No.
No. It's
Never.
so it's
Drawn up.
this.
It's like when you tried to tell everyone tried to tell me who that fucking guy was on that video.
Well, it's the same thing. It's the same guys, right?
Oh, okay. That's probably why I don't
The
know
bait
about this
tool
then.
guys. So,
Yeah, I
well, it's
don't know who they are, but
not the
whatever.
exact same thing. So Metallic is they make like excavators and or skid steers in one. It's like before, well, maybe not even before steel wrist or before tilt rotators came along. There was this fucking thing that was half a skid steer and half an excavator, and everybody thought it was great, but nobody bought one because there's
Metalak.
Metallic. I think they're French.
So it's M-E.
C.
Whoops. That didn't go well. Wish I wasn't so blind. Metalec.
Yeah, try that.
Going for it. Metallic. Excavators, loaders, backhoe loaders, dumpers. Ooh, what's a dumper? I'm assuming it's something that I feel like it's. Oh yes, these are like wheeled excavators.
No, those not like a rubber duck, like on tracks, but
JCB has one of those things. It's like on tracks. It's like a backhoe and a skid
yeah,
steer.
yeah, I saw
Oh,
one of those on their
I see.
site
I
a
know what
while
you're
ago.
talking about now.
Products. The JCB one actually looks. There's a JCB dealer near us, and I drive by it all the time. And I was like, man, that little backhoe thing looks super cool. But then it's still sitting there, even when there
Yeah,
was like no equipment on the planet and no one could get anything. It was still sitting
it's
out
still
front
sitting there.
when people had no other options. They did not pick the half backhoe, half skid steer. So I thought maybe that thing is not as great as I think it is.
Yeah, yeah. I've only ever seen one.
Crawler skid steer excavators.
That might be it.
Okay, this is a wild looking thing. It's
Yeah,
like an excavator, but it's got a skid steer bucket on it.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, our fabricating guy at the yard is completely customizing our 8-ton shovel bucket. I think you're gonna really like it. It's
I've
gonna be
heard about
sick.
this. Like, yeah, you mentioned this last time, right?
Yeah,
The
he's
slip
got
on.
and the other thing he's doing is he's welding the chains in it like they use in Australia. They
Chains.
weld chains in the bucket, so when you're digging in the corners and you scoop out, all the mud falls off on the chains and it never sticks to the bucket.
Oh,
Wow.
So I saw a video of this. Someone tagged me in it like 2 years ago, and I was like, "That is super fucking cool." And then I just ignored it. But since we're gonna customize, instead of buying a $40,000 tilt rotator, I'm gonna make videos of our customized 8-ton bucket that the guy fabricated in the shop with no fucking heat in our yard. I'm adding the no heat thing because
Oh,
it just makes it cooler. This guy works without heat. I don't give a fuck about being cold while he's fabricating our bucket. This thing is really interesting. I can see why it wouldn't catch on because it's really fucking weird looking.
yeah.
just the look.
No, I don't think it is productive as a tilt rotator, but I don't know. They've been repping this thing for years and years about having one, and it looks cool, but nobody else I know has ever even tried one.
Do they have one?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do.
Do they use it to install hybrid edging?
They may, or pull chains around patios. I don't know. I don't know.
I like how that pops up in the comments section.
Oh man,
I think this thing's kind of cool.
It is cool.
If they want to give me one, like the people gave me these glasses, I'll make some videos about it. Someone actually sent me a thing asking to do a partnership. They're called Mammoth Equipment.
Mammoth Equipment.
And they make like stand-ons.
Like buggies?
No, like MTs, but I don't want to call them that because it seems kind of like derogatory to these people, whatever they call them. It's saying MT while talking about their things is definitely not going to help me get a sponsorship with them.
But they're called Mammoth?
Yeah.
So
they were on Instagram.
Years ago, driving around Toronto,
Mammoth Machinery Incorporated. Sorry, go ahead.
There was a company driving, they have a big truck. There's apparently a company called Mammoth Erection in Toronto.
Yes, there is, yeah.
That's incredible. That's fucking amazing.
No,
The name of
it
the
is.
company
Yes.
is the Mammoth Erection.
Yes.
Okay,
That's,
so you obviously know the company. Tell
I
me
do.
about this company.
They erect scaffolding.
That's amazing.
Like they specialize in erecting large scale scaffolding,
Ah,
like mammoth scaffolding. It is. So we have a client that found us from the podcast, and I got a lot of respect for the name of this company. I don't know if we've brought this up before on the podcast.
I think you mentioned it. I don't remember the name though.
We're gonna do a search in my calendar.
I'm looking at Mammoth
So
Machinery Inc.
the official name of this company is Pros, capital B, the number 4, Pros B4 Hose Concrete.
Hmm.
And these guys are crushing out concrete, man. Like we bought them a bunch of bins and stuff. These guys are fucking great. I love these guys.
They weren't the ones that left the concrete in the bin?
No,
Okay.
they are not those. These guys are awesome. The guy messaged me. They're like awesome. They fucking hyper organized. They do a great job. And I can tell you confidently, they definitely put concrete before hose. They do. They fucking this guy. Anyways, they're super nice to deal with. But yeah, that name is also memorable. I feel. Are you looking at these stand-ons from the Mammoth Equipment?
I am. I'm just scrolling through their feed right now.
Yeah. So they said they wanted to, oh, I have their chat here. I feel like this is like one of like we're biting this episode from Caleb where he goes through his Instagram feed and talks about shit.
I just saw
I
just
feel
saw
like
there's
we got to get into like a podcast beef with one of these guys.
that's what I've been saying.
I feel like those guys from Outdoor Project Podcast, they would beef with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, those guys that had the booth at the they had like a whole booth set up at when we were all down at H&A there. Remember walking by the booth?
Yeah, that was an incredible booth. Yeah.
It was amazing.
I remember it.
Yeah, it was right after we were all watching that DeWalt lawnmower burn outside. That was good times, man. The Friday
Chad
morning
started that fire.
the Friday chat started the fire.
He saw some plastic.
I didn't take any credit for it. He saw some plastic.
oh my goodness.
Hi, how's it going? My name is Mo, and I'm the owner of Mammoth Machinery. We wanted to reach out and see if you are interested in a collaboration. Thank you for taking the time to read the message. Have a great day. I really liked Mo. He seemed really nice. And I said, how's it going, Mo? I don't know. He wants to have a collaboration with this machinery. I don't know what that means. I am not an expert at getting.
You're obviously an expert of getting free stuff. You've got glasses. You've got blowers. You've got a mug from Kat, a free spreadsheet from Mike.
A free spreadsheet. I have many hats from many different people. I have a second pizza review for tomorrow too. It's awesome.
I saw that Circle K.
Yeah, Circle K, baby. They sell pizza at Circle K.
Well, this will come out 2 weeks later. So what's your thoughts on the Circle K pizza?
They bake it in store.
Do they?
That's what they claim. There was an oven in there too. You know what I think was, and I talk about this in the review a little bit more in depth, but you know what I think was the most powerful thing about the pizza in the Circle K as a landscaper? You could get pizza, cigarettes, and energy drinks all at the same place, which as a landscaper on lunch, that's meaningful stuff. You don't have to go to 2 to 3 stores. You hit the Circle K, you get your energy drinks, you get your meat sticks, you get your fucking slices of pizza, 2 for $4, which is a fucking bargain.
Especially these days.
And you can get your pack of smokes and be back at the job site because you only hit the Circle K. Strange things were afoot at the Circle K today. Strange things. Mike doesn't get that because he's never seen the movie. Because he's only 29.
29.
And the movie didn't even come out when he was born. How old are you?
What movie is this? I missed the quote.
I said, strange things are afoot at Circle K.
No, I don't know the movie.
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
I haven't even seen that movie. Isn't there a
That's what
second
I
one out
just
that just
literally
came out
said.
recently?
There's the second one, but the first one is I've never seen the second one.
Oh yeah.
Wild Stallions. Dude,
Nope.
have you ever seen it, Chad?
I saw the first one, but I thought it was
You
called
know-
something else.
You know about Wild Stallions?
Mm.
They take the guitars and they just
Oh yeah. Okay.
they save society. There's some videos back when I worked at Lake Ridge. I got really into Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Oh, the shovel
a
videos. were all
rebirth.
together.
Yeah, and we were doing like these big, and I actually found the original Wild Stallions music, which exists nowhere and you can't buy it. So I had to like record it off YouTube, playing with my phone to try and make the video. It was fucking awesome. Fucking love that movie. Mike's never seen it, and Chad doesn't have the same affinity for it. So I think it was because like I was probably 15 when it came out, and you weren't born.
You were 15 when it came out, and you're 15. I was just barely born. I think
How old are you?
35. I'll be 36 in a month.
How old are you, Mike?
31. I'll be 32 in a month.
I was 18 when you were born. That's so fucked up. I was talking to Brad, our mechanic, today, and he's 31 about something, and we were talking about like another guy in the industry. And he's like, man, he's been around for a long time, eh? And I said, yeah, like I was plowing snow with that guy when you were born. He was like, oh, holy fuck, because he's 30 years old. I think I said, when you were 10 and you were like grade 3, I was plowing snow with him. Yeah, he's been around for a while.
This goes to show that you never really leave your landscaping career.
No, retirement from landscaping is a box in the ground.
Yeah.
You don't retire from it.
I'm going to retire. You watch.
Yeah, but you'll still be out with your heart fucking lawnmower and your root density cutting your fucking front lawn. You
No,
never
I'm getting a robot mower.
Is that the next purchase?
Whenever we build, yes, I'm getting a robot mower. It's not the next purchase, but for sure. For sure.
Whenever you build what?
We're building a house. Or we're going to try and build a house.
Ooh, nice.
Next
Gonna
year
try.
or something.
In Cornwall?
Yep. Right on my 12 acres. Right at the yard. So I can
That's.
look out my back door and see all my shit all the time.
Did you buy the truck?
What truck? The
No,
tandem?
yeah.
Not yet, but I'm gonna buy it, I think.
Nice. It was a nice looking truck.
Yeah, not bad. 2008 auto greaser, scale in the box, which is awesome.
Oh, it has a scale in the box.
Yeah.
Christie's has a light that comes on that says overloaded. I'm like, well, that's a bit too fucking late.
Uh,
Couldn't you have a light that comes on that says almost full?
That's yeah.
It's like the sign on the bridge, 3.9. By the time I read the sign, I'm hitting the fucking bridge. Put the sign 100 feet back.
Yeah.
Anyways, that it has it. So actually, as you dump in it, it will show you the weight of the truck.
Yeah, it'll tell you.
I never even heard of that before.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. It's got a weird name too. It's like, what's the name of it? It's like Load Boy or something like that, or Load Man, Scale Man, something like that. I don't know.
Did it come with a cape?
No.
Load boy.
Load Boy. What is it called? I wonder if I
Need a cape.
I'll
Load
take a
boy
picture
cape.
of it. Load Boy. But anyway, so we might buy that later this week.
Nice.
Put it right to work.
08's good. It's pre-def.
Oh wait, yeah, the last year pre-def.
So I still have like 750 liters of def fluid in the cube. And it's not supposed to be outside under 5 degrees. So I feel like I've ridden most of November using this cube. But I think I'm going to take the cube down to my buddy's yard where him and my other friend have like 40 trucks and see if we can fill them all up with def. Have like a party,
A deaf party.
a def party. And spray it in the air and just let it all rain down on us.
You're all crusty and
Raining death
white.
fluid.
Raining death fluid. Yeah. So, what were didn't you have questions that you wanted answered, Mike? Important life questions?
I've always got questions for you guys. Every time I think about something on the job site, I write it down.
Really?
So I've got an ongoing list of
I
questions
like that
if
you
you
have a
guys
pen.
ever want to get into it.
I'll get into it. But
Yeah.
bring it the fuck on. Pick your hardest, most difficult question that I've never heard before, and then I'm going to make Chad answer it.
I'll do my best.
Well, speaking about food, what do you guys eat during the day? Like what's your go-to, or what do you try to eat? Like, Mike, do you literally live off of Monster and those pepperettes? Or
Okay,
like what's like a go-to lunch for you guys during the day?
Ooh. Go ahead there, monster.
well, today I had a Monster Iced Tea and 2 slices of Circle K pizza. So if I bring a lunch, it's healthier, but I also am not good at that. But yeah, I would say that at least 3 days previous to the juice cleanse, because since the juice cleanse, I've actually maintained eating vegetarian and drinking no carbonated beverages, and I'm down to 1 sugar in my coffee. I'm pretty close to drinking coffee black, and I have actually felt much healthier and had a bit more energy and been able to get out of bed in the morning. So I think it's all having a positive effect. But previous to that, I would say 4 out of 5 days a week, I drank an energy drink and ate pepperonis for lunch. I mean, I don't just talk about the 75 hard. I live it. Except it was like 30 years hard. I would say that like those. I also eat a lot of like zesty cheese Doritos, not the red bag, the orange bag. The red bag, the nacho cheese, they suck ass. The
Yeah, the red
orange bag,
bag's good.
the orange. I like cheesies too.
It's
That's
gotta be
another
Cool
thing.
Ranch, no? The blue
No,
bag?
never.
Oh man.
It's got to be a cheese product. Cheese gives me the most heartburn and makes me feel the sickest, so I have to eat that.
So, ever since you talked about your juice cleanse, I've been getting notifications on my Facebook for something called, oh fuck, what's it called? Colon Broom.
I got that.
Ever since your juice cleanse, so I don't know. They must be listening. They don't want
Oh,
me to try
for
this
sure they're fucking listening.
colon broom, or
Are you
maybe
gonna
I
try it?
need a broom. No, no,
You
my
talked about it too. You talked about cleaning out your colon more than I did.
I did.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
you're right.
magic
You're right.
shot.
Holy shit.
Maybe that was the colon broom.
Ooh,
The
that's
magic
like
shot.
a colon paddle broom, one of those still brooms.
Yeah.
That's what I need through my colon there.
I also, if I'm making lunch, it previous to becoming a vegetarian again and the juice cleanse, I would eat salami on rye with mustard.
Exactly
Salami
what
on
I'm going to
rye
do.
with mustard.
Yeah, every day. Same sandwich. I hate variety. What do you eat for lunch, Chad?
I have a coffee with 1 milk in the morning and a bagel, and then
What's on the bagel?
just butter.
Really?
It used to be cream cheese and bacon, and then I was getting a little much. Um, then I'll have another coffee around 10, a couple protein bars. If I made a lunch or if my wife made me a lunch, I'll get into that. She likes to cut veggies and stuff like that. So I try and eat those. I try and eat healthy, but honestly, a good 2 or 3 days out of the week, it's fuck whatever Tim Hortons will feed me, or if I end up stopping at a A&W or something like that.
Do you ever eat pepperoni sticks?
I actually have deer pepperettes because one of my workers shot a deer a couple weeks ago in bow season. So, yes, I do enjoy cured meats.
Perfect. What do you eat for lunch, Mike? I do enjoy cured.
It sounds like a lot of the same. I try to start off the season eating as good as I can, and then it just like goes downhill from there.
Yeah, that's exactly. I think that's par for the course. Though.
But I don't drink those energy drinks, and pepperette's rare. Those energy drinks, man, they kill my Heart. I don't know how else to put it, but they hurt.
Yeah, I can't have those. So, like a Red Bull or anything, I can't eat those.
I haven't had them in a while. I bought them today because I felt like the peach iced tea really paired well with the 2 slices of cheese pizza from Circle K. I mean, I looked at all the drinks and I said, what non-carbonated, because I don't drink carbonation anymore. What non-carbonated beverage pairs the best with cheese pizza out of the rotating thing on the counter beside the cash register at the Circle K? And it came to me, peach flavored Monster iced tea
But
was definitely the perfect pairing.
are those energy drinks not carbonated?
No, they're not
They're
carbonated.
not? Oh, I thought they all
I'm
were.
sure there are carbonated ones, not the ones that I drink.
Why don't you drink carbonated?
Of all the things to cut out, why is it carbonation?
Yeah.
This feels like
Pepperheads, Circle
the
K
part of
pizza.
where we're talking about
I don't eat
stop
the
blowing the
Pepperheads.
sand. Like the blowing's easy. The carbonation is not the bad part.
Oh, carbonation really fucks with my stomach. My body doesn't.
It's not
But
the
the meat
Pepperheads.
sticks
It's
and
not,
the
it's not the
cheese.
Monster energy drinks. It's not the crazy amount of caffeine.
No, it's strictly the carbonate. I don't know. Someone told me to. Oh, I know. I Googled how to feel better when you have no gallbladder. And it came up, stop drinking carbonated beverages. And I was like, okay, well, I've been feeling really shitty for like 8 months. So I'm also almost 50. So I'm like, might be time to adjust some changes.
I feel like that's the first thing that was on the list. The next thing was no Pepperettes, no Monster energy drinks. You just went with that first thing, just like the advertising, going for an advertising degree. This is the first thing.
I'm just going to cut out carbonation. Fuck it.
Okay.
I think that your gallbladder stores bile and then you use bile to process fatty foods. So when you don't have a gallbladder, you have like a steady stream of bile. So when you eat fatty foods, your stomach expands. Do you know what the pizza at Circle K was like? Again, I'm really old, so you guys might not have experienced this. But when I was a kid, or even a young adult, or when I first started living on my own and had no money, there was like these little pizzas used to buy, like McCain pizzas, and you would cook them in the oven, and they came with frozen cheese, and then you ate that. That's what this Circle K pizza tasted exactly like. It brought back a lot of, memories of when I used to eat crap when I was 8. And just continued on a steady scene of eating crap.
But now without carbonation.
If you're gonna chow down on, I brought 1 slice of pizza up and said to the lady, I mean, let's be honest, I was buying the Circle K pizza just for the gram. It's not a place I would normally buy pizza. Although I did like it. Maybe I would buy it from now. So they also sold hamburgers in bags that were like sealed from the factory.
Nice.
I'm like, so no one assembled this hamburger today. Someone assembled it 4 weeks ago and you froze it and now it's warming in the rack at the Circle K. If I was eating meat, I would have bought that hamburger just to see what a pre-frozen bag burger is like.
I'd like you to go on a quest. I used to be able to get this frozen, or no, they made it in store, but it was a breakfast pizza from Ultramar.
Breakfast pizza from there's an Ultramar near us, but I don't think they cook. I don't know if they cook any food.
If they do, find yourself the breakfast pizza because that was better than any bagel you'll have for breakfast.
I feel like gas station culture in the States is so much bigger than Canada's, right? Where like they've got these major gas stations and the food is actually good.
Well, I don't know if it's ever good.
Oh, I get for a gas station, it's good.
Americans have better food everywhere.
Yeah.
They take food. So one time we were driving to the States as a group of us to go see a manufacturer's roadshow. I don't want to not get sponsored by mentioning. On the way down there, the leader of the road show,
Leader.
who was named Interlock Ian, had requested that we had lost a bet to Interlock Ian for some kind of fucking basketball game or something professional. So we were stopping to get the bottle of Fireball whiskey that we owed him, and we went into the liquor store, which is also a different experience in the US because they're just like privately owned, and they had individually wrapped pickles.
I've seen those.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
have a video of Chris from Arts trying the individually wrapped pickle and like throwing up in the parking lot. It's on my Instagram somewhere. I should drag it to the forefront
Yeah.
and say, never forget that this happened. Yeah, like, I have so many weird things. I have like 4,000 posts on Instagram. All of it is like probably not good for my business and it has nothing to do with selling jobs. I should find the pickle post. It was fucking awesome.
The pickle post.
But yeah, so then every time people went to the States for a while, they would bring me back individually wrapped pickles. And it's like a single in the States. You can go into and buy like a single pickle.
Interesting.
Yeah, like that's a cultural difference, man. I
got some weird shit too, though. You know how they used to like those giant jars of pickled eggs?
Yeah.
And you can the person will reach in and get you a fucking egg.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I haven't seen that forever.
I haven't seen it in a while. They used to be able to do that.
Oh yeah.
When I was the Permacon rep, I have lots of videos of me handing out pickled eggs at events. That's true.
Maybe you could bring that back for Congress.
We should bring a jar.
That's the giveaway. Not our finest hour podcast giveaway.
That's pickled eggs.
A single pickled egg.
Everyone can get a pickled egg from the Not Our. So whose booth in the landscaping world is crazy enough to have us in their booth
pickled eggs,
handing out pickled eggs?
Oh,
like who do you think? I'm pretty sure it won't be Pave Tool. I don't even know if they come to. I bet the MQuip guys would let us hand out pickled eggs in their booth.
Yeah, they're good.
You guys are fucking awesome.
Yeah. Think we should ask him?
We should.
Yeah. Ask him if we can have a Not Our Finest Hour meetup in his booth handing out pickled eggs. The pickled eggs were very popular at the fucking when I used to do the Permacon events. You want to know the funniest thing? One of the funniest things that happened to me. I worked at Permacon. So, like my first 2 weeks there or something, they were like, there was an email that said you need to do like 30 events this year. And I was like, that seems like a lot, but okay. Because there's only so many weeks in the season. Maybe it was more than that. Maybe it was 60. And I was like, well, I don't know what I'm doing here. So I scheduled like 60 events. And all I did that year that I worked there was like fucking set up tables and give out food and try to give out t-shirts and set up tents. And it was like 3 days a week. I had these fucking events scheduled. It was crazy. And then at some point someone said to me, why are you doing so many events? I'm like, because of the email. Like, and I think I might have read the email.
That was for the whole group.
You want to have 60 events. I thought I had to be the one to do all the events. And all I did was drive around. Because when I started that job, I was driving a Volvo station wagon.
Oh, man.
But then I couldn't get all the stuff for the events. It had a roof carriers, and I got one of those like torpedo ski things. It was all full of like shit, constant, endless fucking events. I ended up buying the brown pickup truck I still have because I was like, fuck, I can't get all this shit for these events in. But one of the things we gave out all the time was pickled eggs. I'm shocked that there's a video on my Instagram when I was the rep, and we're at Hardco, and we're starting a bonfire in one of their like 40-ton shovel buckets,
Right
and
on.
we're throwing full skids in it, and we're dousing it with fucking gas, and I throw a fucking match or something in it, and the thing explodes in my face. I was doing this while I was working for like one of the 50 biggest companies in the world. I don't understand how else I'm getting fired. Like, anyways, that was a crazy year in my life. That was like one of the weirdest years I ever had.
What starts this pickled egg giveaway thing? Like, what goes through your? Like, how does that make sense?
I think I was at Costco, and I had to get like it used to be like get coffee and donuts and give them away in the morning because most of those events are first thing in the morning, right? And so the first event I did coffee and donuts, but you gotta like pre-order the big thing from Tim Hortons and take it back, and it's like a whole shit show.
So the eggs were out of convenience.
So I started going to Costco and buying like protein bars and fuck. I used to have this like little barbecue, and we used to. I don't remember all the shit we used to cook. Like, we had like all kinds of frozen things, and we'd be like cooking them up and or giving them away. Like,
the thing I want to know is, did you reach in personally with your own hand and grab the eggs and give them to people?
I don't think my hand fit in the jar. So
those are big jars.
When I was in Costco one day, there was this giant display of pickled eggs. And I was like, I'm going to buy a jar of those because they're just funny. And like 99% of what I was, like that year, one time we made hamburgers. We started making hamburgers, and it was a Jamaican patty, a hamburger, and then a Jamaican patty, and giving them away for a long time. And then at Beaver Valley, we did one where it was a maple dip donut, a hamburger, a slice of Monterey Jack, a hamburger, a slice of Swiss, pea meal bacon, regular bacon, and then another maple dip donut.
That's incredible.
We're giving away these like all this crazy food. I think that when we were doing the donut one, I was like, man, these burgers are worth like $8 handing them out to random people. But I would say that the year I was doing that, good or bad, more attention got attracted to that manufacturer.
I was going to say, like, you have these great ideas. You're making all these cool fucking things for people to eat. And then on the other side of things, let's put out this 2-piece wall with a dovetail system. It's a pain in the ass to install. Like, two completely fucking opposite trains of thought coming out of one company.
Maybe that's why I only worked there for like 18 months.
I can tell you no other rep is handing out pickled eggs. So you're definitely doing something different.
We used to buy the non-alcoholic beer and wine coolers and shit. Be giving them out to people and sitting in their pickup trucks in the parking lot, chugging a Heineken like a de-alcoholic Heineken.
Oh, wow.
That was a wild year. What's your next question?
Yeah, that's the first question.
that got off track a bit.